South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center, now in its 4th season, we've done a great job of establishing ourselves as a major cultural institution in South Florida. But what we're interested now is deconstructing that Performing Arts Center into a more accessible venue for our younger audience. The South Dade Cultural Arts Center has a variety of performance spaces. We have a 900-seat main stage auditorium. And we also have some smaller spaces, including a 136-seat cabaret space. And a 130-seat lab theater. The ability to have all of these very diverse spaces allows us to experiment to include flamenco dancing. We have comedy, we have jazz, we have theater and drama. And a lot of times we'll experiment maybe one of our smaller spaces, and when the audience responds really well, we plan in the next following season to bring a bigger spectacle of that show and place it into the main stage. When we work with Culture Shock Miami, we really try to think about what are the types of shows that would really engage a young audience, what would interest a young audience. I think sometimes there's a disconnect between what people think good art is and what the kind of art that would really speak to that 13 to 22-year-old. This year, we have a fantastic co-presentation with Culture Shock Miami. Noche Flamenca, straight from New York, one of the premier flamenco touring companies in the country. We're really excited to have Step Crew at the South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center. This takes all the work of the popular river dance shows, along with live violin players and fiddle players, and brings it all into one big spectacular. So Step Crew is going to give you tap, it's going to give you Irish step dancing, the river dance style dancing, with just great hot violin and fiddle players. Mummenschanz is an international touring company with over 30 years experience. It's a fun show. It requires you to use your imagination. It has unbelievably handmade art. It's part art exhibit, it's part live show, it's very interactive. Ballet Memphis is also one of the country's premier touring contemporary dance companies. And they do great works by great American choreographers, and this year is no exception. And so we look forward to having Ballet Memphis rounding out our season of dance at the South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center. As part of our mission here at the South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center is to get into the community and introduce our artists to the community. And we do that in a variety of ways. And Culture Shock supports our efforts by helping us bring these great artists to the theater, and then we'll either go out into the schools and have workshops and educational opportunities, or we may, in the case of some of the companies that are with us this year, on Saturday morning prior to the evening show, we have a free community class here at the South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center where people can come at no cost and participate in either a movement class, a music class. There's all types of opportunities. You don't have to be a dancer, you don't have to be an actor. They're just opportunities to engage and learn about the artist, learn about what they do, and participate. So when you come to see the show in the evening, it's a much richer experience. As a partner of CultureShockMiami.com, we always try to make $5 tickets available to all of our shows. Sometimes there's hundreds of them, and sometimes there's tens and 20s of them. So we would encourage you to visit cultureshockmiami.com regularly to see about the great opportunities to see all of our shows here at the South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center for $5.